most anticipated season premiere ever in Obey the Puck history. I'm just kidding. But I will say after 2 weeks, it's nice to get back together with everybody. And we are on our 8th year of the podcast. Technically, it was in September, but since everybody else's schedule was effed up, I figured, hell with it, we'll start it late. So it's episode 1, season 8, Obey the Puck. I'm Dan Calachico. I'm here with Paul Baker. I'm here with Kelly Levy. And we're going to do things... We've always talked about jerseys in the past, but this week, it is all... What's up, Nico? How you doing? It's all about jerseys, because like Santa Claus gifting on Christmas, or... No, I'll just stay at that analogy. Like, the NHL announced all of the new jerseys. Well, they announced all of the retro jerseys on Monday. Now, before we get started on that, I am to understand that most teams are getting another alternate this year, I think. Has anybody else heard that? Have I heard that incorrectly?
Do you mean for a total of 4?
That's what I heard.
Yeah, there is talk. I don't know about all the teams, but there's talk that several of the teams are getting alternates.
So there's a fourth and a third coming. So the fourth, I guess, would be the reverse retro, because they're not going to use that as much, Paul. But, like, for example, we'll discover, because we talked about it on the last episode, Las Vegas already has a third, which is the gold jersey, and now they have 4. So I think all teams are getting 4 this year, if I'm not mistaken.
How are we supposed to pay for all these jerseys?
We're not. You don't have to pay for them yet.
Yes, I do. I need them all. No,
you
I don't.
Need them all right
no,
now?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Well, you have like a grandchild now. Can't you sell them on the black market or something?
You know, healthy grandchildren probably fetch a pretty penny. So
I mean, you're still not going to be able to get all the jerseys, but you could pick the ones you really like for that much, right?
I mean, especially on these Bat Ash. I'm here and ready to bitch about the jerseys. Bat Ash and I are going to have... we've been having an argument about the Buffalo jersey for the last 3 days, which is, I'm assuming, going to continue on here. So, strap in. But, yeah, so we're all getting 4. I'm okay with that. I'm still holding out for the 4th Capitals jersey, but...
well, that's one of the pretty strongly rumored ones.
Wait.
Which is a design that I'd actually be looking forward to. So,
which is the reverse Winter Classic, or a variation of that that first Winter Classic out in DC.
Yeah, variation on the original Winter Classic jersey.
That was a good jersey. Mm-hmm. With the W and the stars and that striping. I thought it was fine. It's certainly better than what they had for that outdoor game against Toronto. I'm still trying to figure out if that person got fired.
We all know how middle management works. That person is now in charge of a lot of things.
The reason why the Screaming Eagle came back, or as I call it, the Crashing Eagle. It's a bad-looking eagle. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're going to get to that. Nico, we are going to get to that in a second. And for those on Twitch, you're about to see, you can all see them with us right now. So we're going to... UniWatch, a wonderful website, UniWatch, has this set up from division and, I believe, in alphabetical order in their division.
Yep.
So we're going to go from the Atlantic Division on down and alphabetically. And what an appropriate place to start. I guess we'll get Paul's thoughts first. We all knew this was coming. It was leaked like the Flyers and the Penguins won early. Something, quite frankly, if you've listened to this show, everybody knows I've been waiting for a variation of this for a long time since they played the Flyers in the Winter Classic. The Bruins Reverse Retro, which is literally one of 5 teams that did a Reverse Retro. Paul, I got my yellow Bruins jersey.
Yeah, you did. The rumors that we were hearing, and the source of great debate up here was, were they going to go back to the alternate jersey from the 90s with what do they call it? The Pooh Bear logo?
Pooh Bear.
The giant Pooh Bear?
Oh.
No, that's the Pooh Bear.
Pooh Bear did not make this jersey, but Meth Bear did.
Meth Bear. Which, I mean, come on, that's way more appropriate for this year.
Absolutely. Yeah. This Bruins jersey, I guess you could pretty much say it's just kind of a negative or an opposite of what they wore through the 70s and 80s. They put back that same logo, the plainer spoke B, and instead of it being white or black, now it's gold or yellow, depending on how you see that color. So, I mean, I would say my wallet's safe. This didn't jump out at me and say it didn't jump out at me and say,
What
"Hey,
the
say I gotta have it." As we'll get into later, you will see why I don't have to have this jersey because of other jerseys I must have.
I don't.
Well,
Do you want to come join us, Pam? Pam keeps looking at me and saying, "What?"
Well, go ahead, Kelly.
I was gonna say, well, I mean, you've basically got that jersey. Hasn't Providence worn something like that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Providence wears something very similar to that for several years now, and I do own one.
And it's a great. I love that jersey from Providence. So.
That is the Bruins jersey I would buy. I've wanted them to. I guess because of the late '90s when the late '90s to early 2000, everybody had the black jersey. So I'm so sick to death of seeing the Bruins in the black. That this should be their home. It should be yellow and black, just like the Flyers should have always been orange and black. That's just my personal opinion. Yeah. And as Nico says, let's go Bruins, but Badass says the Bruins are poop, so I'm going to hate their jersey no matter what. Yeah, I agree. I'm kidding.
I don't know. I think for me, because this is the jersey that they wore when I grew up, it just doesn't look right. Gold.
How long did they wear that?
From the 60s, late 60s, right through to the mid 90s.
So not that long.
Well, that's my whole life.
They wore that
30 years. Like 30 years, yeah. They may have tinkered with the stripes.
I swear I've seen the black. I swear they were predominantly black jerseys in the 70s. I'll take your word for it.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were either black or white.
That's what I'm saying. Yellow should be.
So the yellow just doesn't look right to me with this logo. I don't know.
Well, this is where
it's far from my least favorite. That's for sure.
I would say this because you and I have talked about that Winter Classic jersey and how people kind of hated the cartoon B, the comic book B. This is the perfect. I would buy this, and I hate your team. I hate them with a passion. I hate the Bruins so much. Here's the content. Okay, so I'm gonna get yelled at by one of our listeners in the chat right now. We're scrolling down to this one, and I just want it to be clear before any leaks happen, but especially when they leaked the shoulder the day before. This is exactly the Buffalo Sabres jersey that I predicted, and it is a throwback. I love this so much. I love this jersey. This is a throwback to the 96 to when they stopped wearing that, Kel. 2000?
About 2000.
So originally this jersey was red and black. Now originally it had the buffalo head on it on the front that the Sabres I guess reboot logo I'm going to call it was like that third jersey in the set. But I had a feeling they were going to go with that in the center, which is what they did, and the old number, and that big old buffalo is at the shoulder. I will say this, the stripe on the bottom with the word buffalo. I will say this, they should go to this as a mixture of old and new and keep it. And I just want to say, whether the buffalo is on the shoulder or not, or if they switch the two, that's one of my favorites. Bat Ash hates this jersey so much. They literally did a reverse retro. It's another one of the few teams that did exactly what the words say. Kelly, I guess I'll go to you first on this one.
Well, it's not a reverse retro.
Well, I mean,
it's a reverse remix.
That's what I meant. Yeah, remix
different
retro.
Colors to a reverse. I like the jersey with one huge exception, which is the buffalo in the bottom stripe. It's horrible. Every time I see that, and I think this about the Washington jersey as well, it reminds me of like a PJ version of the jersey, like
right.
What you would get your kid, that would have like a matching pair of pants that went with it. It just looks terrible to me. I can't even think of a minor league team that does that anymore. There was like a rash of that in the 90s, and then like everyone just agreed at the same time, like, we shouldn't do that. It looks bad. And everyone agreed, which never happens in the world of minor league hockey, but it did. It was a beautiful uniting of the minds, and it stopped, and then here it is again.
I guess the ladies are smarter than I, because both you and Bat Ash hate the bottom of that jersey. You both hate that lettering.
It's just not good.
If it wasn't for the buffalo on the bottom, says Bat Ash, I'd like it a lot. Like, I'd probably buy one. I'm just mad they didn't use the goat head. I had a feeling that we were going to go use the goat head on. I had that feeling that saber was going to be the center. Paul, never got your thoughts. Sorry.
I love the colors. Love this blue and gold. It's fine. I'm glad they didn't put the goat head. I'm really glad they didn't use the buffalo slug.
Oh, he's a buffalo slug.
No, not. It hasn't been long enough. In about 10 years, people will be jonesing for the buffalo slug and be like, "Oh, it was so great," and no, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. The buffalo slug was
just
terrible.
what you saw first.
That jersey.
This one's growing on me the more I see it. I like it. The color is what grabs me.
The buffalo slug was an abomination to all of mankind in every universe and every dimension.
How do you make a powerful animal unpowerful? Take away its legs.
Take away its legs. Yeah. Moving on.
Or only give it fewer legs than it actually has, which we'll get to.
Bat Ash, the Buffalo Sabres fan, says the buffalo slug does not exist.
We all agree.
We all wish, yes.
Yeah. Nico likes the jersey. Nico really likes it. I don't have a problem with the jersey, but I would have, Kelly, I'll tell you this right now, would have bought it the day it came out if they went back to the red and black. Just laughing, I would have been like, ha, 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 here, take it. You went where I thought you wouldn't. You can have my money.
Well, that's what that third was the. Obviously, it can't be a reverse retro, but that's what the original Cross Swords jersey was, because it was predominantly red with the black striping and the Swords logo in the middle.
My correction, Bat Ash is a Columbus Blue Jackets fan, and we'll get to what she thinks about that jersey later. But somebody, she watches, her name's escaping me right now, is a Buffalo Sabres fan. But I like that jersey. Everybody else is wrong. No, I'm kidding. We're going to be surprised on what we like and what we hate here. And I think we're all... Melanie Martin, that's her. Thank you. I'll just intro this with what Bad Ash said. Hey, it's the Detroit Red Wings. Let's throw some silver on it. I hate this jersey. I hate this jersey with a passion. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's hard to screw up. I mentioned this to Kelly the other day, that Red Wings have one of those jerseys that are always almost perfect. I hate the Red Wings, but you can't argue with that design. I would argue even the Outdoor Classic jerseys, even that crooked one with the D, was fine. This is the worst thing I've ever seen the Red Wings ever do. I'm going to go to Paul first on that one.
Hey, they took their practice jersey and said, here we go, all done.
Like, I get they were going for the same look, the Centennial thing. There's just, it looks like a t-shirt. Like, like a practice jersey.
The practice jersey.
Kelly?
Remember in the 90s, I'm sorry, real quick, remember in the 90s when they just decided to put out random colors of all the jerseys?
Yes!
You could go to the Bruins Pro Shop and get a blue Bruins jersey or a green Bruins jersey. This just looks like, here's one of the options. All right, plain. There you go. All done.
Go ahead, Kel.
Yeah, it's it's a practice jersey.
Really,
people are gonna pay. I don't even know what these are gonna go for retail. $200 for?
Yeah, that's the thing. People are gonna pay. It's $250 for the Flyers one. So
for the authentic.
For the authentic.
Okay.
For the authentic.
Still.
Which is what. Listen, to be fair.
That I can get both of the jerseys I really want later.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is that's the normal price for an authentic, so they're not charging more for the retros. They're just charging the prices they would for the authentic. Bat Ash says the Red Wings design logo is iconic. This is so inspired. Nico likes it. It's bad for the Red Wings, he basically said. I think it's bad. It's a bad jersey. Blech.
See, I don't think it's bad. I think it's just boring.
Well, boring isn't necessarily not bad.
As we will see later.
Oh no, I was gonna say I think we have several examples of bad further on.
Well, we're gonna get to a shocker in the list, in my opinion, right now with the Florida Panthers. This went into my top 5 favorite of redesigns. Well, reverse retros. I like a point that was made earlier. I like that they didn't go back to the old colors. Like the Buffalo Sabres, they kept the blue gold, went to the old design, and kept the current colors. Same thing with the Panthers. They went back to that blue jersey and kept that. It's a hell of a difference. If you look at both of these and then look at the new one, it's a different shade of everything. This is one of my favorites redesigns. I love this jersey. That's amazing. Kelly, you first. Panthers.
Yeah, I really like that one. The overall trend with the whole line seems to be that they went really big with logos when they had the chance.
Yeah.
And I think for this one, it really works. The Leaping Panthers, that's a great logo. For some reason, I guess because of it starts with P, this logo is really prominent where we live. The local youth teams have used Panthers a lot, and this particular logo was the one that, so I've seen it a lot, and it's usually very small on those jerseys, and I've never been a big fan, but blown up and with that striping that I just think looks really good. Yeah, it's a definite winner in my book.
Nico really likes this. Bad Ash says it's meh. I don't know. I think this deserves more than a meh. This is really sharp. Paul, is it meh?
Not only is this one of the top 5 jerseys, it's one of my top 2. I love this one.
Ooh.
I'd be interested to hear your rank. I didn't rank these, but I am interested to see where you ranked your top 10 at least later.
I don't have it that broken down.
Whatever your
I
top.
I got like a top 5.
Okay, that I really want to hear that, especially now that you told me the Panthers are in the top 5.
Top
2. You know what Paul thinks about this one. Well, Paul, since you're the Boston fan, I'll go to you first. Canadians.
A lot of people like this jersey. It bothers me. It doesn't look right. It's just like the Boston one, where the jersey is good, but it's just an opposite. They made the red blue and the blue red. I don't know. It's just messing with my reality. So it's okay. I just can't see the Canadians in blue. It doesn't work.
Reverse retro. Straight up.
So yeah, it followed the rules.
I like it. I hate the Habs as a general rule. I have never seen so many people cry than I do Habs fans when you mention the Broad Street Bullies. I know I made that observation, but then I'll forget, and then I'll see somebody tweet something about it, and there's the long list of replies of crying. I'm like, wait, you guys literally gooned it up to beat us in '76. Us, because I was on the team. What are you talking about? I get confused by that whole thing. But I like this jersey. But the Habs in general, no love lost. Kelly, the Habs jersey.
Looks great. I didn't think I was going to like it. I think this is probably the one that was best kept under wraps. This was the thought they were going to go, simple, and they were going to use blue. And I was like, I don't know about that, but I think it looks great.
Badass says, I figured the Habs fans would be more upset that it's the Rangers colors. Well, now that you mention that, I am kind of hating it a little more now. It is a Rangers jersey. It even occurred to me, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Well, it is actually a dig at the Flyers too, because it's a reverse retro of 1976.
76? Huh. It's not a dig at me because those fans are a bunch of whiny. I can't say the word, so it doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have thought that if I didn't see the thread. I was like, wow, you guys, really? 22, 20, 24? How many is it? Cups for you?
It could have been 26.
Oh. Could have been 26, but your team sucks. I hate this jersey so much. Now, if anybody listened to the last episode, you'll know how much I liked the new Senators jerseys. I liked the striping. I thought it was a vast improvement over the jersey they've been using for the last few years. Even the improvements Adidas made with that. This is stupid. I hate this jersey so much. It looks like a high school or minor league, like not even professional minor. It looks like a beer league jersey. And I've seen beer leagues jerseys look better. Kelly, this is fugly.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Ottawa just doesn't have much to work with if you're working with the modern team. It's just it's a boring brand all the way around. There's nothing that interesting or inspiring about it. I was really hoping that they were going to go really retro and go back to the previous Ottawa teams or something to pull something out of the past. But
Right, the one there with the big O with the 8 different color stripes. That would have been
yeah,
awesome.
sure, whatever.
Well, now they've done
something.
that though, so they've done that. So I'll give them credit; they've done it already.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's not enough white in it. There's not enough separation of the black and red.
Needs a third color. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm wrong because everybody in the comments likes this jersey. So what the hell is going on? This jersey's garbage.
Up is down, black is white, cats and dogs.
Hey, what do I know? I don't know. This one I pretty much expected again, which should have been their home or road jersey whenever they switched when they had these. The Tampa Bay Lightning. I love this jersey. I hate that logo in the front. I hate all the words make it so loud. But thank God it's not that Storm jersey I thought they were going to do. But I like this, Paul.
They went back to the 90s. It's a nice look, but not one of my favorites. It's good.
Break real quick back to Ottawa. Ash would give the numbers the Ottawa jersey gold outline. That fair enough. Even a gold outline would make that better than that. But yeah, Tampa. She says it's boring. Nico likes I love this jersey. I don't know. Kelly. Really boring.
I really don't like it. The huge white stripe at the bottom on the sleeves is bad, and I just cannot stand the lettering on the logo. It's so horrible. What they have now is so much better. And then bringing this back just reminds me of how much I dislike it.
We're going to get to the worst of the bunch coming up right now. Right? This is the worst. I'm just going to say this. No spoiler alert for the rest of the show. This is the worst one of the 31 that they've done. This is the worst. The worst.
So you're saying the worst?
The worst. The Toronto Maple Leafs. What the F? What is that, Kelly? What am I looking at here?
I don't know. It's just a massive maple leaf.
When they showed the hint and I saw the ear, I made the comment that okay, well, their 70s jersey, it's weird. The Rangers and the Maple Leafs had weird 70s jerseys that were not good, in my opinion, compared to what they had or since. Like, as boring as I think the Rangers jersey is in general, it's a classic. And that 70s jersey looked like...
70s.
Looked like the 70s. So I expected the 70s Toronto jersey. So not only did they take the white out and make it gray... But they put this big, huge, giant, oversized maple leaf on it. It looks horrible. Let me just, Paul, before I go to your opinion. Joe, who lives up in Toronto, one of my better friends, great guy, who when he thought it was going to be the 70s jersey, that I thought it was going to be, the day before that, he's like, sign me up for Doug Gilmour. I need a Gilmour jersey. This comes out, he goes, this is the worst goddamn thing I've ever seen. He immediately backtracked. Paul, your thoughts?
Not my least favorite one, but it's pretty damn close. And I don't remember the 70s jerseys looking like this either. So
yeah, it was just it was very similar to the Flyers striping, but on the 70s, 60s, and early 80s Flyers jersey, the stripe didn't go all the way down to the sleeve. It kind of like wrapped around the wrist. Like it came down and it wrapped around. This stripe just went down to the wrist.
To me, this like a lot of the jerseys just didn't do enough differently, and that's why I'm not a big fan. And this falls under that category. If you're gonna go for it, if you don't have a great idea and you just got to go goofy, like a couple of teams did, we'll check out later. But
this is not goofy. This is fugly.
it's boring.
Well, and it's, if any team has the room to go for it, it's Toronto. Those fans are going to buy whatever the team puts out. I mean, look at they still buy tickets. Like they can just print money when they do this kind of stuff, and they just fell flat with it. And looking at the front and back together, this is something that just occurred to me. The typography on the logo in the front, and then the huge, thick, bold letter for the name on the back is driving me insane right now. I don't know
blue numbers on a blue jersey. Ooh.
Who made the typography choices, but they are not good at their job.
We don't ever compare. Maybe it's their gritty. No, there's no comparison. You hush your mouth, Matthew. I'll not have any gritty slander on this fucking page. And that's the only curse we're getting in. Watch it. I know where you live. Well, you know where I live. You knock on my door, we're fighting. I need to know where he lives so we can make it even. Okay, we're going to the Metro. Paul, I'm going to go to you first on this.
Metro. A common theme you will hear from me is I don't like gray on a hockey jersey.
I hate gray so much.
And you know what I think about Carolina using the Whalers logo, which I will contradict myself on later.
I will. Yes,
I'm doing a lot of teasing.
I'm about.
I figured out Paul's number one.
Nope, no, you did not.
Like we're gonna argue. We're gonna argue about that later. By the way, Paul, I do like that they brought back Pucky. Bat Ash. I agree with Bat Ash. This is a great jersey, except for that they went with gray. If they went with white, I'd be okay. The gray just totally turns me off to this. Nico says it's just okay. I'm not going to reply to Matt. I'm not going to say Matt's comment out loud. Kelly, what do you think?
Well, if they did white, it wouldn't be a reverse retro because they basically wore that with
it would be a Whalers shirt.
Yeah, different striping.
Well, the gray is still stupid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's the one thing that kind of holds us back from greatness, I think. I really like the bottom striping a lot.
Oh yeah, but the white there throws me off.
But the bottom striping looks really good. You can't go wrong with the Whalers logo. It's a classic for a reason.
Yeah.
And Pucky too.
If
So
I want a Whalers jersey, I'm buying an authentic Hartford one. I'm not buying a Carolina.
I agree. but I do wish they were like F it and put Pucky on the front. Wouldn't that upset some folks? Brass bonanza indeed. Okay.
Especially if they reversed it and tried to claim that his tail was a C for Carolina.
Oh, that would have been brilliant. Oh, that would have been funny.
That would have been.
The state of Connecticut marches down to Carolina.
Oh.
That's what got pale white Connecticut out of their homes. That. Columbus Blue Jackets. I hate this goddamn thing so much. I hate it. I love the sleeve. I love the 4 stars. I like that logo better than any logo they've ever used. I love to see. I know I'm on the minority on this. I hate the red jersey on them. Like people felt about the Canadians using the blue. I hate this. It's not the worst. Again, I really wish they'd incorporate the 4 stars on their other jerseys. That's pretty cool. This is weird. Kelly.
Yeah, it has elements I really, really like, but overall, it just reminds me of one of the 1,000 variations on the Caps jerseys that they handed out to the minor league teams in the 80s and 90s. Like every team seemed to do like some variation on the red, white, and blue, to make it fit whatever town they were in at the time. But yeah, it just doesn't work overall. I love the stars on the sleeve. And I love that typeface for the numbers. That's about it, though. Again, the logo just looks huge.
Matt says that I hate that logo. Nico says it looks like a Buca de Beppo logo. Ash, what did you? She told me to shut up, and then she said Columbus Redcoats. If this was, she said if it was white, she would have had it. You know what? If you reverse the white and the red, that's awesome.
Maybe. I think overall that logo makes me mad because it's not in the right order. It reads as CJB. That's
now
not.
I can't unsee that.
God damn it! You've ruined it for.
No!
I didn't even think of that. You've ruined it.
Oh, I will never unsee that now.
Sorry.
You know, that's like the Chicago Bears logo. Once you realize that the C is crooked, you can't unsee it.
Oh.
I wanted to ruin something back for you.
Just to correct something, Ash meant that if the Whalers was white, she'd pre-order it. My bad. She hates this jersey just like the rest of it. Good.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I think we all agree if the Whalers was white, that would be great.
That would sell more than any other jersey if it was the white jersey.
Probably.
Yeah, I do think though if they reverse if it's a white jersey with the red striping over the top through the sleeves, it's a better jersey. But you're the Blue Jackets. That doesn't make any sense.
Now they're the Redcoats.
That's what Bad Ash said. Okay, moving on.
What are the four? What's the significance of the 4 stars? By the way, I don't know.
That's a very good question.
Does it mean something, or is it just 4 stars?
Kelly, you know logos. Why the hell is there 4 stars?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I
thought maybe it meant something.
Yeah, I bet you it does have some significance, but I do not know.
I'm waiting for the Blue Jackets fan to tell me. But we're going to move on, and when she tells me, I will tell everybody if we find out.
And we'll all learn something.
I think I might have found out the number 1.
The more you know.
The New Jersey Devils. Now, let me just say, as a Flyers fan, as a general rule, I hate this team. I loathe this team. I loathe everything about them, where they are, and what they stand for. As a born and raised son of South Jersey, the Jersey Devil is of the Pine Barrens. The primary color should have been green in '84. It is now. I love this jersey so much. I love this jersey. Paul, the Green Devils.
I like it, but there's something about the green that's just off for me. I don't know what it is.
Really?
But it's I don't know. But it's solid.
I know what Kelly's going to have a problem.
How much can you do with the Devils?
Not that. That's what you could. That's all that's left. I don't mean that in a negative. That's it. They've done all they had that there for so long. The Adidas came in. They restructured it, which I thought was a superior jersey than what they had the previous 20 years. What else do you do other than doing what you already did? Was you just fill in the white with the green, Kelly? Wow.
It's fine. Well, you guys were just saying the logo for me. I have no idea why they haven't tried another logo. Have they ever had a secondary logo?
I'll tell you why they don't try it.
The original one, I don't like the original one. Kind of like why I'm not quite the same as Columbus, but it's the same. It's not really distinct, so I get that it's New Jersey because I'm a hockey fan, but when you look at that and don't know what it is, what is it? Why?
You're blowing my mind here with this.
And also, that logo placement really bothers me, but I can't tell if that's a Photoshop or an actual jersey.
No, that's jersey, and it's
because
it looks
too low, right?
Well,
it's very low.
It looks low because the striping's so friggin' high.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's in
Look
the
at
middle.
that.
It doesn't look good.
Bad Ash says Merry Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
I know what it is. It's hot garbage. I will reserve my comment because I was good. You know what? I'll reserve my comment. I'm gonna piss off all my Philly Flyers.
You can like something that somebody else doesn't like. That's okay.
No, I was gonna say that new you got the N, the J, and the devil horns and the tail. Why would you change that?
Because it's.
I like the logo the Lowell Devils used when you were the skating deviled ham devil. It was awesome.
Well, here, Kelly, this is why they don't change it because what's this Devils minor league AHL team that changed it?
Oh, Binghamton?
They've all changed.
Everybody hated it. I was like, that's awesome.
Oh, that's garbage. The Binghamton
Still
logo
a-
is really bad.
Still a change.
Albany wasn't horrible. I mean, the team was horrible, but at least the logo
It's the
wasn't
same
terrible.
thing. It's an A with a devil on it. The Trenton Devils did the same thing. The Devils bore everything up with that stupid logo. It only belongs on the New Jersey Devils uniform. It's perfect there. That's it. Well, now I hate the jersey and I don't want it.
I changed my mind.
Yes.
I've changed my mind.
Mission accomplished.
Okay.
Oh, see, Kelly's got a strategy here. Trash all the jerseys so Dan won't buy them all.
You're going to look up the 4 stars thing. Thank you, Badass. Nico's laughing. And Matcha says nah on the jersey. He just said nah.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, it is. It is Lou Lamoriello as a jersey. It's like, yep, that covers the torso and it displays the team.
There's your
Moving
highlight
on.
from this episode. That's getting registered as the highlight right now. Boom. That was very funny, Kelly. All right.
Although,
Oh no. Oh
moving
no.
to
Lou Lamoriello is his spread.
Lou Lamoriello strikes back. Electric Boogaloo.
Lou Lamoriello 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Now we get to the most pointless one in the whole bunch.
Man.
Why?
I'm going to throw my theory out there. This is a team that is so terrified to do anything to their logo. They are terrified of alienating the fans that they do have because they learned their lesson the very hard way with the fishermen, that they now will not do anything that strays too far. I mean, they'll go ugly as dirt when they had the Isles jersey and the New York Stadium one.
Yeah,
I
they
guess
had
has been the biggest risk that they took,
Yeah.
which is just their logo without the island on it.
There's nothing. I think Shannon, the hockey guy, said it best. If you took a casual fan out there, unless you pointed out that this jersey was the third jersey, nobody know.
What's different? Just the stripes?
Probably.
I think it's a darker blue.
Maybe
It's a
shade
royal
of-
blue.
different
Yeah, it's a
shade of
royal blue.
Yeah. Why don't they put a lighthouse on there?
I don't understand.
Show a groin injury. Something.
I will defend this opinion to the day I will die on this hill. If you take the fisherman off that revamped jersey, that the jersey's not bad at all. That it's a good jersey and it's a good alternate color scheme for this team. All they had to do was that and stick the. Didn't they do that at one point? They kept those jerseys and just keep the Islanders logo on the front instead of the fisherman.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
There's your.
The initial reaction after everybody was very angry about the fisherman was they just took that off and put the old logo on the same jersey with the wave striping.
There's your reverse retro.
Nope.
There's no. This is not. It's better than this.
Nope.
You like this?
No,
Oh,
it's not. Whatever. It's a jersey.
I mean, the Islanders have done orange. They've done black. They've done just the word Isles down the side, down diagonally. I don't know.
oh, that's there. That's what you should have done. Do that ugly one. That ugly orange, predominantly orange one they had in the mid 2007, 8.
Isles.
No, it had the New York Islanders. No, that's the gray one. That's horrible.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about. I will show you later because let me look it up here. But it's like it had weird triangle striping on the side and had weird striping on the. When you see it, you'll know. Oh yeah, I remember that. But it was more orange than blue. That was their alternate.
And this discussion right here that we've just had is more time than they spent putting
Yes.
this thing together.
Exactly. You're right. The New York Rangers. They should have never gotten rid of this jersey in the first place, but you hit a home run on this one. Paul.
Maybe a single. The Islanders heard us talk. I mean, the Rangers heard us talk about everybody else's big stripes, and they went the opposite. They've got minimalist stripes there. But I love the Statue of Liberty logo, and you could put that on just a white T-shirt, and I'd be okay with it.
Kelly.
Yeah, the logo sells that one. It's so good. I was such a fan of it when it originally came out. Because yeah, the Rangers jerseys are just awful. I know a lot of people really like the shield secondary logo that comes with this one. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it really works with this logo. There's something about the little bump out for the Y in the crest, and then kind of the jagged version of the secondary logo that just works really well here. I like the thin stripes because like I don't want anything to take away from that logo, but I do wish it had some kind of stripe on the bottom. Even just a small thin one, I think would
Did
make
the
it
original
pretty.
ones have a stripe on the bottom? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
I believe it did.
Kelly, do you have the Twitch stream mirrored on your other screen?
I do.
All right, I'm going to pull up this Islanders jersey while
Oh, okay.
while Paul talks about the Rangers jersey.
Again?
Yeah. Oh, did you already talk about it? Never mind.
Yeah, it's nice.
Never mind. Can you see that, Kel?
I still see the Rangers.
It'll pop up in a second. This is the one I'm talking about where it has that weird striping down the like
Oh, okay, yeah.
under the arms into the chest down to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
torso.
that was funky.
I
I don't think that lasted very long.
No, it lasted like 1 year. And when I'm really angry at them and I play them on NHL 21, I put them in that.
That'll show them.
That'll show them. Okay. Chat room, be kind to me.
Boo!
Who the hell asked you? Oh, I'm about to. Paul, you first. Then I'll go last.
We talked a lot about ones, at least in my opinion, that don't stray too far. This is another one. It's good.
This is the one. Okay, Kelly. Actually, you go first because
he didn't feel enough love from me.
no, I don't. Screw you, Boston Bruins fan. I don't care. Go, Kelly.
That's it. It is exactly what was asked for. It is the reverse retro.
This is when
They get an A+ for following instructions.
Well, this is what I do.
They colored in the line.
This is when I knew we were in trouble because when this got leaked, I said, A, I want one. Love what they did. B, it's literally a reverse retro. I'm wearing the wrong one. I meant to wear one to give you an example, but I wore the home jersey instead of the road jersey, so I screwed it up. It's literally a reverse of the old home jersey. The orange is where the white is, the black is where the orange is, and the white is where the black was. That's it. And how I knew we were in trouble, and here's just the reverse example of that. Right here. And how I knew we were in trouble is people were like, why are the sleeves white? Because it's a reverse retro. They did exactly... What did you say, Kelly, the other day the Flyers did that...
They were the smart kid in class who did exactly what the teacher asked for, who winds up getting a B while the kids who got really creative with it and brought their uncle in to help them with the presentation get an A+.
I just wish there was something else in the sleeve, black or something. Well, no, I hear you, but it's literally this. That's why the sleeves look like that, and that's why I have zero complaint. Somebody asked, "What the hell is that?" I said, "Well, it's a reverse retro. What did you expect?" And Matt, to answer your question or to reply to your comment about the fonts, they're not too thick because it's exactly what they use to this day. The lettering never changed on the Flyers logo, the Flyers jerseys. The design kind of tweaked. The only time they changed the lettering was my favorite Flyers jersey, which is that 05 to 07 road everybody calls the road cone, where they had the, like, what the hell is the default typewriter font setting called on a computer? Times Roman numeral. They had that as the lettering. But I love the jersey. Yeah, no, what I'm saying, it was a good choice. Well, that's what I'm saying. There's no chance. There's no change to it. They literally just reversed this. And I love it, and I will be buying one. You know what? I made the observation, Paul, and Paul and Kelly have seen this more than some people listening. It looks like the Phantom's jersey.
He's a little Scotia purple, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean the current one. Their orange jersey is that, but it has black all down the sleeve.
Nothing wrong with it.
No,
Solid jersey.
it's a Flyers jersey. He said it's not spectacular. I'm like, yeah, it's a Flyers jersey. Every time they go away from it, everybody complains. So they weren't going to do that. But yes, I will definitely be getting one of these. Okay, I need everybody's opinions before I talk about this one because everybody knows I loathe the Penguins more than any team in the league. Kelly probably a little more than me for all the pain that she was put through as a Caps fan. So I just need, before I react to this. Hey, Paul, what do you think about that?
All right, I was reading a couple of rankings articles, and they called this jersey an ode to Snoop Dogg.
I need more context.
Well, Snoop wore the black version of this in one of his videos. Sorry, I don't know the Snoop videos that well.
Gin and juice.
Gin and juice, yeah.
Of course she knew.
This is kind of the opposite of that because that was a black jersey with the Pittsburgh going diagonally across.
Yeah,
So that was their take on it. That's how they were. But I'm not a fan of this one.
Kelly, go ahead.
it's a reverse retro. Exactly like Philly did. They just flipped everything over.
Need the black, white, the yellow, white.
I just hate. Ash says this is how vomit tastes. This looks like how vomit tastes.
It's a lot of letters to try to fit on there.
It is a lot of letters. I hated the word mark when they had it before. I hate it now. I hate word marks, except for on the Buffalo jersey because it makes Ash angry.
Well, that's the thing. It's the town is Buffalo. The team name is Sabres.
I
You
know.
don't have to keep putting a Buffalo on there. It's
We know.
fine. We know your team name, however, are pointy stick. Like, just let it go.
Yeah, I don't. The word mark, whatever it is. Then they'll be wearing it against the Flyers. So, yeah, you get to see it often. Now we get to Kelly's turn.
Ooh.
The return of Matt's favorite jersey, who made the greatest comment ever about it when we were talking about the original version of this, which was 1 star for each 10 states. The screaming, or as I like to call it, the crashing eagle, is back. I will go to Paul first, just because I want to hear Kelly's opinions last. I like it. I like it, except for the same reason I hate the original one. The eagle looks fugly, and it should have been either a weagle or that capital shoulder mark, which I'll make my final point about that shoulder patch in a second. Paul?
Well, the only thing is you can't do the diagonal stripes at the bottom of the jersey if you have the capital there. It just wouldn't look right.
Fine, then get rid of it.
But yeah, I don't know. It's okay for me. I'm not a fan of this logo. I like the red, white, and blue. I mean, I didn't having these colors with that logo is better than when they had the steel. What was it? Steel blue or whatever color it was.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, the colors, it made no sense.
Matt said that,
Oh yeah, it was the bronze and blue or something.
It was back to the Penguins jersey, and I missed this comment because I was working the pictures. Matt said that the word mark of the Pittsburgh shows the decline of the Penguins. Very good. Thank you.
Let us hope.
Yeah. Every time we say that, they win a cup, so watch it. Man. Anyway, back to the Capitals. Kelly, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they made the logo bigger.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Which is great. So that way you can see the
America.
one-footed, one eagle lopsided. God,
Crashing. The Eagles crashing like this to earth.
It's so bad. It's terrible. And the way they've taken the picture, you can see that the one sleeve lines up with the check mark stripe. It's just, it's everything horrible about the 90s in one jersey.
Matt said,
I never noticed that's two wings. I always thought it was just one wing, like it was a total side view. It's not. That makes it even weird. That makes it even weirder.
Is it two?
No,
I don't get that it's two wings.
The
How
top one is on the back side.
No,
that's even
isn't.
worse. That's
exactly.
worse.
That made it look worse to me just now.
Well, they had to put the cap there so they wouldn't confuse it with the Blue Jackets.
Oh, it's awful.
Matt said it's the 2020 Eagle crashing.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean that sums up 2020
Okay,
pretty perfectly.
Paul and Ash are seeing the same two wings. Myself, Kelly, and Matt are seeing one wing. That's one wing. It's a sideways eagle. I don't see two
No,
wings.
it's not, because the head comes in halfway through.
That's a claw. That can't be a second wing.
But
How can
then
that be a
why would
claw?
the
That's a head.
but why would the head overlap the edge of the front wing?
Right.
If that's
That
two
makes-
wings, it's worse. If that's
Right.
two wings, the person A can't draw. B, it's the worst thing ever put on a logo on a jersey.
The font is bad. Everything. It's all bad. It's all bad, and I don't like it.
Let me just say
I
this
don't
about
like the zero on the back. That's like the inside of the zero is even weird.
Yeah, exactly. Everything, Paul. Everything about this jersey is bad.
Let me just say, when we talked about this almost a month ago, when we were looking at the original version of that jersey, and I made the comment that when they went to the black and gold predominant jersey, and they had the capital as the front logo, I said I hated that jersey. I hated it. With it in red, white, and blue, I'd be good with that as a main logo. It's certainly better than the one-winged, one-legged wing. Whatever the hell that is. Oh, man. Oh, well. On to the Central. The Blackhawks.
Oh my God, we're only halfway through.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're going to have to speed this through. The Blackhawks. Kelly.
Yeah, looks good. Nothing exciting, but it certainly could be far worse.
Paul.
The Blackhawks have had so many different jerseys because of all their outdoor games. They're just out of ways to make it fresh and exciting. So I thought what was interesting is when they showed all the jerseys, you got all the front views except for Chicago. You got the back.
See, now that's what I don't understand, because it's not like they're calling them the Redskins or they have a big offensive, big wide mouth Native American logo like the Cleveland Indians used to satirize it. It's more of a isn't it more in tribute? Like I don't think it's the same controversy, is it?
The backstory is that the Blackhawks are named after a squadron, a fighter squadron from World War II.
Yeah. I don't think it's the same thing as the red.
I think it actually no. I think it is. It's a name. It was the Black Hawk. It's named after Black Hawk, a person, and that is actually him in the logo.
Right. So, well, what I'm saying, we're agreeing it's
I've
not
heard that
offensive,
too, yeah.
right?
I don't know.
No, I'm asking. I don't mean that we're saying it's. I'm not saying I'm a white person, and if you think it's racist, you're wrong. I'm asking if that's what it's supposed to be. I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard that too, Kelly. That the story I just told was kind of a revisionist history kind of thing to rationalize why they're using the Indian head.
Yeah, I think they just keep spinning it until they find something that kind of hits in the middle that doesn't offend as many people as possible.
Bat Ash says the Black Hawk Squadron was named after Black Hawk, the Native American. Yeah, so that's not the same as Redskins or the tomahawk chop that the Atlanta Barbs do. I called them the Barbs on purpose. Those pants are just what the model's wearing, Matt. Those not going to go with the jersey.
Oh, if only. I don't know. That seems.
They're not going to see me on the ice. I can sneak in and score.
Yeah.
That seems pretty apropos.
Okay, now we're going to get into the ones we're going to argue about. The Avalanche jersey, or the Colorado Ava Nordique. Paul, I'm afraid of where you're going to go with this one, so go ahead first.
I hate myself for loving this jersey so much.
I hate you too.
I've been all over the Hurricanes for using it and for using the Whalers, and I don't think that these teams, when they move, should use the old team from the old city. But damn, this looks awesome.
I was gonna say, Ash says it's the worst it's the worst jersey. Wow. I'm not gonna argue. I'm just gonna move on. Kelly.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Maroon is maroon just looks really good, and when you put it on white, it just pops. And that blue, it just all works really well together. The old Nordiques jerseys are some of my favorites, and they've always been kind of elusive to me. They're available, but they're still pretty expensive because they are beautiful jerseys. And there's tons and tons and tons of fakes and knockoffs out there that are still pretty expensive. But this one, I think it's just the best of the bunch.
Ash said we're all certifiable. Well, get in line. You're not the only one who thinks that.
This is true.
This is very, yeah. Especially Paul, definitely, considering where he works.
Hey, come on. Somebody just tried to kill me today. So, I mean, it's just a regular day at the office.
Oh, it's just the day that ends in Y.
What did you do?
I told somebody no.
Well, here's...
Then what did we learn?
Don't say no.
Make sure you guys got a few steps away that you can get a head start running.
No.
Here's my
No,
problem.
I had 3 burly security guards in between me and him, and I could have taken him anyway.
Oh, big tough guy.
Dude, I've been taking down people much bigger than myself for 30 years. He wouldn't have been the first one to come at me. Won't be the last.
Here's my problem with this. Oh, Bat Ash just sent me a... Oh, that's awesome. Washington Capitals Reverse Remix Retro idea, which is the Weagle, the Kurt Weagle that's on the shoulder, Kel. The Capitals word mark as the shoulder patch, but the blue, gold, and white, and black.
Ugh.
No? Oh, I love that shirt. I love this. I'll show it to you later.
There was no reason to switch the colors. They
Let-
just switched the colors because they were moving to a new arena, and they decided to rename the basketball team, and they were like, well, let's just change the colors too.
It wasn't me that tried to kill him. No, Bad Ash. Here's my problem with this jersey. I've been wanting, myself and everybody in Quebec City, well, a lot of people in Quebec City, have been wanting the Nordiques to come back to the league. I created a whole franchise in NHL 21, spent hours doing it, using these exact colors, the bastards, bringing the Nordiques back to the NHL. All I hear from NHL fans, from Habs fans, and hockey fans is tell me, and Gary Bettman, is tell me reason upon illogical reason upon illogical reason why they won't bring the Nordiques back. But you can do this, though, to make a buck? That kind of pisses me off. As beautiful as it is, that's kind of a slap in the face. Kind of like, it's not the same argument as the Canucks thing, right? Not the Canucks, excuse me. The Whalers. Nobody was going to the games. That's what I'm told.
By me.
Well, you're not the only one.
No, that's not a lie.
Kelly, correct me if I'm wrong on any of this. That wasn't the argument with the Nordiques. That attendance wasn't a problem. I don't remember. I don't know.
Well, I think it was, but it was because they were a lame duck franchise that last year, I believe.
Bad Ash said she liked you until just now. I guess it's the Jersey thing. It's Quebec. That's how you pronounce that word. It's not Quebec. It's Quebec. So I do have a problem as a hockey fan. I don't dive all the way into the old school, hockey plans today or pansies like some Twitter users that are no longer on Twitter. But that's just offensive to me. Oh, here's the jersey. F you. I won't be. Here's a question, Kelly. You said that jersey is elusive to you. Would you buy that or still look for an original?
Oh, I'd buy that one at a decent price, but in general, I don't really buy many NHL jerseys.
I know. I've seen them.
I just they're in general they're uninteresting to me.
The problem then the Canadian dollar was weak. That's why they left. Well, they also got pushed out because of
yeah,
why.
well, I mean, there's a
why.
there's a franchise that was not run well. Reference the the fact that they traded Lindros to 2 different teams.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
we're not talking about the crack. Well, maybe it was a crack front office, but my point.
This could arguably be a shoe-in for tied with the most boring goddamn jersey they've done. I don't even. It's boring. I hate. This is stupid. I can't even see the word stars on it. Paul, Kelly, you first. The Dallas Stars retro.
Yeah, it's just the Dallas jersey because you can't even see stars on the front. Luckily, it's in the design, but yeah, taking the black out of that jersey just does absolutely nothing. They needed to come up with a different plan for that one.
Horrible jersey. Paul.
They took the ugliest jersey design they've ever had and made it worse.
It's an impressive feat. Not the goal, but it's impressive that they managed it.
Bat Ash just says, why?
Let's put the team logo on it and not let anybody see it.
Yeah, well, Matt said he was in the kitchen looking at it and he had to walk back up to the computer to see what the hell it was. He couldn't see.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. It's a terrible jersey. And they're wearing... Oh, and apparently, as you can see on the screen, they're wearing white pants.
It got worse.
It got worse. They're wearing white pants with the black green stripes on. This is horrible!
If they lay on the ice, no one will
see them. And white gloves. Well, I'm going to throw up. Now, Ash said that looks like what vomit tastes like with the Penguins jersey. I say it's the Dallas Stars. Kelly hates this jersey. Well, Kelly is not a fan of this, which surprised me. This is exactly what I expected the Wild to do. Exactly what they gave me. Love it. Love the throwback to the North Stars. Literally one of the other reverse retros. They just switched the logo to the current team. Paul.
Yep, what you said. I love the North Star coloring. I like they should switch to this color full time because it's so much better than what they really use.
Ooh. I know.
I don't like the red
Kelly's
and whatever color, brown or whatever color they use.
Kelly, you care to comment?
I disagree with my colleague, Paul Baker.
Which is
but
okay.
This, I don't know, it's just disappointing. I was really hoping for some play with the North Star logo, maybe incorporating it in the old, well, it's not the old logo, but the Wild logo or something. I just wanted something a little bit more. The color combination is great. It looks so good compared to so many of these just on the palette kind of thing.
Oh, I love this jersey so much.
But yeah.
Oh, I love it. And I agree they should absolutely just go to this. I know, Kelly, that red and green is one of your favorite jerseys, and that's why we got it. Speaking of the few NHL jerseys you have.
Yeah.
Man, I love that. I love this one, though. I love it. By the way, just a program note, since this is taking so long, I am not doing an NHL 21 stream because we're gonna surpass an hour and a half here doing these jerseys, and there's a little more to talk about. So
we can go pretty quickly through these next two.
That's true. There's a star in the logo. Why would you? Kelly Badass says there's a star in the logo. What do you want, lady?
I have very particular taste, Matt.
No, that was Bat Ash.
Well, okay.
Didn't they always say that was their homage to the North Stars, that star for the eyeball of the bear creature?
Listen, Paul, people want the end pointing to the star. Other than that, they weren't going to be happy, okay?
Exactly.
But you have that jersey.
They could have gone.
Dallas owns that.
They could have gone. They could have done a tribute to the Nashville South Stars. I would have been happy with that.
Now you're throwing out references that only like 3 people understand. I don't even understand that one.
Look it up.
I'm going to.
You're in front of a Google box.
Yes, but I'm controlling the picture and I can't do it right now. Okay, let's go to this piece of garbage.
Yeah, I mean, who cares? You haven't even been in the league 25 years. Moving on.
Oh, Paul, your thoughts?
What's different about it than ones they've already done?
Nothing.
Yellow?
Nothing. Yeah. They've done this yellow, though. They've done the mustard.
I like this jersey. I think this should be the primary.
It's okay.
I like it better than what they have. That's just me.
Well,
I like weird-ass stripes. What can I say?
Oh, well, then have we got a jersey for you?
Yeah, and coming up next, speaking of weird-ass stripes,
Dan's favorite jersey.
The St. Louis Reds.
St. Louis Reds.
This is the biggest bunch of bullshit I've ever seen. What's that? I get that they literally did the reverse retro, but this is stupid. You're called the Blues. I hate this so much. I hate this.
They could have gone with the yellow and then have the red highlights, and it would have been infinitely better.
It makes no. I'm breaking my own rules about the Flyers issue. I said it's literally reverse retro. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. There's the Dallas one is terrible. This is just baffling. This okay. Bat Ash has doubled up and said, actually, this is what puke looks like. It tastes.
We got a lot of pukiness this
It
show.
looks like a musical McDonald's, says Matt.
It's Ronald's musical cousin.
It's bad. It's a bad jersey. I don't understand it.
And you know what I can't unsee now about it?
Ronald McDonald.
It says St. Louis in the top level of the blue note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Well,
It's Times New Roman.
But that's on the. But that's on the blue. That's on the original one. The original blue with
Is
the
it
red
always
on
on
the
the jersey?
Yeah, that's on there.
Not the original one. Not the
No.
the 60s and 70s.
No. I meant that '90s one where they put the red on the bottom. That's on there, isn't it?
I don't know. In the '80s, it said Blues above.
No. In
the
that
blue note.
on that third jersey, St. Louis is on the wing. I'm
I
pretty
never
sure.
noticed it before. You're very well maybe right.
You know
I
why I
just
don't look? Because I know they're from St. Goddamn Louis.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how to feel about this next one. So I'm just going to let Kelly take this one over first.
Yeah, it's a gray jersey.
It's a gray. She didn't say great. It's gray.
It's a gray jersey. I mean, this is basically like Toronto could have had this and it wouldn't have been nearly as bad as Toronto was, where things are in balance instead of a massive stripe on the bottom and big stripes on the sleeve. I mean, they have a huge logo, but it works much better because the pieces kind of balance each other out. It's meh.
Paul?
I wish they would have used the Thrashers colors.
Oh.
Okay, now you're talking to me. Now, I didn't even occur...
Because the design, I like the design, the way the stripes go up and over, and it's uniform, and it's like Kelly said, it's very balanced. But the gray, I don't.
Real quick before I get yelled at in the chat,
Like
okay?
the gray, use that light blue Thrashers.
I agree with you. They should have gone with the Flashers. Let me just... I want to throw back to the Predators real quick before I get yelled at in the chat again. Matt Ash has a thing for Taylor Swift, and she said that jersey is going to sell millions because they're going to get Taylor Swift to wear one.
Yeah, that's cool.
There you go. Also,
What's the connection between Taylor Swift and the Nashville Predators?
Isn't she going to be owner?
Oh, is she going to own?
Carrie Underwood's married to Mike Fisher.
Who the hell's Mike Fisher?
He was the captain of the Predators for several years.
Oh, that Mike Fisher. Real quick, also, Bat Ash, I'm not yelling. I'm loud. I'm from South Jersey and Italian. It's just loud. I agree, Paul. I agree with you. You sold me on the Jets jersey if they had the Thrashers color. That would have been sweet.
About GD time.
Well, you know, sun shines on a dog's ass every now and then.
There you go.
I was just gonna say too, the Predators jersey will sell because Predators fans are jersey crazy. In like the collector circle, Nashville jerseys are some of the most sought after jerseys, especially at the NHL level, which you wouldn't think, but those fans love their team and they pursue all of and they've had a ton of freaking jerseys for as young of a team as they are. They have had a ton of variation jerseys and their fans want all of them in home and away and all the different variations.
Just to defend the Predators, I only see people commenting how they don't have a hardcore fan base and they're not a hockey city.
No.
And that is bullshit. Most of those people saying that are from half-ass fandoms that don't know what they're talking about. That fandom is passionate for that team. And just as you said about the jerseys, they need it all of the time. You guys don't know who are saying that, have no idea what you're talking about that fandom. And to reference Taylor Swift, she's always at games, so as soon as they get her to wear one and people see that it's cool, people will buy that.
Makes sense.
She's doing a Nashville game. She lives in Rhode Island.
Is she Rhode Island?
Yeah.
Now, also, as I'm scrolling past this list, I see the jersey being worn, and it looks better than it does just sitting there. See, a lot of these jerseys. Remember that Stadium Series jersey that the Flyers one had when they released the picture? I said, "My God, that looks like crap," and then they wore it, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm buying it tomorrow." A lot of these opinions are going to change when we. Some of these opinions. Let me rephrase that, because that Star jersey can get effed. Some of these jersey opinions are going to change when we see them in action with the color shorts and the gloves. We know that. We're talking about preliminarily. Now, if the Flyers had any guts, they would have them in orange shorts, which they've never had. They've always had black shorts with orange stripes. They have orange shorts. Game's up. You guys still with me?
Yep. I was just pondering that thought.
Oh, the orange shorts?
Yeah.
Badass says she's from Nashville. She still has a house there. This guy's talking like he's watching hockey in the 70s. Well, I mean, he was there. Okay. Anaheim Ducks. I can't decide if I hate this or I really hate it. Paul, you first.
I really hate it.
I hate this jersey so much. Kelly.
I hated it when it first came out, and I hate it again.
Wasn't it reverse? Is that the deal that the reverse was the green was where the white is and vice versa?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's different whatsoever. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the original, not a fan of this one. This is totally a something for the 90s kids. But that jersey, the original Wild Wing, is a ridiculously expensive jersey because it was so hated when it came out. No one bought it, and people want it now. And I'm not making this up. It goes for over $1,000.
Well,
I should have picked them up when I was in LA.
Exactly.
Oh,
well,
man.
yeah, and anything that goes for that price, there are tons and tons and tons of counterfeits now. So
Yeah, I think these were probably replicas. They were selling them at the Ducks team shop when I was at a game.
yeah.
So
they sell toilet paper for $1,000.
You know,
Wow.
man, depends what people want.
Unreal. Okay, so Matt says the 90s are over. Get over it. Should have gone. Matt Ash says should have gone with the Mighty Ducks one original green jersey for. No, they absolutely should have gone with the original Mighty Ducks jersey. Period. That's it. Love that jersey.
I'm guessing it was hard. I'm guessing it was hard enough to get Disney to sign off on letting them kind of put the logo on.
Do they own the logo?
I would think so.
Well, they did it with that third jersey a couple years ago.
Yeah, but I'm sure that agreement is. It's Disney, man. I'm sure that they can't use that in perpetuity.
There was a TV show made. There's an animated show with that character on it, Matt. Mighty Ducks animated series. I watched the shit out of that. Who owns the original?
It was not good.
No, it was not a good TV show. But I had the toys. It was the only toy that had a hockey play set, Kelly.
I know.
They own the original logo. The team or Disney? Disney doesn't have anything with the new logo. With the logo now. Oh. All right. Okay. Paul, did I find your number one?
Maybe.
Coyotes?
I would say no. This is one of my favorites.
Okay. Oh, I know what your number one is. I think it's my number one as well.
I shouldn't love this because it goes against everything I say. It's busy. It's cartoony. It's purple, but I love it.
It's not that busy though. It's only busy where striping would be anyway.
Right.
Kelly.
It's purple, and I want it.
I'm gonna play the part of Kelly and Paul on this one. I hate that logo.
No,
I
kind of like it.
Well, like the screaming eagle, the crashing eagle on that Capitals logo, I can't tell if he's looking at me sideways or if he's looking down, straight at me.
He's winking at you.
No, what is he do? I'm asking. I don't understand. Is he Two-Faced the Coyote? Is he the Phantom of the Coyote?
Yeah.
So he's got a half mask on, or is he looking to the side?
He's an Indian kind of thing. Oh, he's looking straight at you. Oh, I see what you're saying now.
He's got a half mask. Is it a full?
Why did you just do that to me, Dan?
Yeah, you're damn right. I did it to you because it looks stupid.
He's looking through you. This is what happens when you go on a vision quest.
I don't
Like
understand.
Homer.
I was just gonna say. I imagine that coyote sounding like Johnny Cash.
It's time to drop the puck. But yeah, but he wouldn't be wearing purple. He'd be wearing black.
There's black. That's
Not if
fine.
he's a Vision Coyote.
I wonder why I always play. Now I love the. I love the jersey. I like the logo. I love the jersey, and I want one. It occurred to me. I was looking at the remake. I'm like, wait, what is that coyote doing? Is he doing this or is he doing that? I don't know what the hell's going on. It didn't occur to me until I saw this.
We'd have to get a Navajo in here to tell us the backstory.
I guess, yeah.
I just want to say that the lizard logo doesn't get enough love. That's a great secondary logo for that jersey.
Oh, that reminds me. I would have loved the lizard on the crest instead of on the shoulder and put the coyote on the shoulder, but you can't do that because it's the Coyotes. I will say this. Let's go back to that the New York Rangers jersey. And I just want to put out there that shoulder patch, which is like a revamped Rangers shield, that should be the main crest. Not the original one. The one with the slightly jagged lines on it. I think that's a badass retro revamping of that logo that should be the primary logo. Not the word mark, not Lady Liberty, that patch. I think that shield is awesome. That's just... Do you guys know the different shield I'm talking about on that jersey, Paul?
I believe so. I'd have to relook at it, but yeah, it's. I don't like the Rangers jerseys that just say Rangers. I think they should have something there.
Yeah, I think I know it's a classic jersey, and I'll get a lot of heat for it. The Rangers, it's boring to me.
Yeah.
Okay, Jay, we haven't gotten to that one yet, so hang around here for the Kings jersey. We're getting there. Go Kings, go. Okay, Calgary Flames. I loved this jersey when it came out, and I like it now. I still think that the Canucks looking V on the bottom is weird, but I like this jersey. Kelly, I'll ask you first.
Yeah, looks good. It is truly retro. It is a black jersey, just like the 90s. There you go.
Well, here's my thing about the whole thing.
Oh my goodness! I just realized. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
What are you doing with a normal C on a Calgary jersey?
Well, it's on the C is on the shoulder. They really dropped the ball on that.
No, the captain C.
What do you mean?
They don't have the flaming C for the captain.
Yeah, I just said that. It's on the shoulder instead. They dropped the ball with that.
Nope. I take it back. This is garbage.
Bat Ash says, "Get rid of the V. I don't need a jersey pointing to my vagina."
Maybe that's what the V stands for.
Good point. The Calgary Vaginas? I don't think so. I always liked that with the Flames jersey that any alternate captain had the Atlanta Flames A basically reused.
That's always been the best thing about it.
Perfect. Go ahead, Paul. I'm sorry.
Remember what I said about Anaheim?
Yeah?
Goes here too.
Really?
I don't like the flaming horse.
Can I just say this about the Flaming Horse?
Un-American.
Can I just say this about Blasty? At least I know it's
Calgary's
looking at
in Canada.
me. At least I know Blasty's looking at me, unlike the Coyote and the Screaming Eagle. He's looking right at me saying, "I'm going to kill you."
You just hate the cross-eyed.
I'm cross-eyed, you jerk.
There, I said it.
Hate my own kind? Here it goes. We're going to file this under boring, in my opinion. The Oilers jersey. I don't care about this jersey whatsoever. It doesn't look different enough. I think it sucks. Kelly, go ahead.
Yep, that's an Oilers jersey with white.
I was hoping they'd bring back the who did
the Todd McFarlane logo.
Yes. I was kind of hoping they do that with the current colors, but meh.
Well, there's one. I'm pretty sure they don't own that one.
Todd kept the shit out of that. Yeah.
Todd McFarlane is not known for being generous or
kind.
He does not share well with others.
Bat Ash asked if I was bit by a duck or a horse as a kid. Not that I remember. I still have a smaller spider bite mark on my neck though, and I don't have a problem with spiders. Paul, bored?
Why haven't you turned into Spider-Man then?
Because unfortunately, good things don't happen to me.
Yeah, the Oilers jersey, boring. Plain, meh. Not horrible, not great.
Okay, Jay. Jay, if you're still there, this is the moment we've been waiting for. And quite frankly, my number one out of this whole bunch, even number one over the Flyers jersey, the LA Kings. This one in my opinion, is a perfect reverse retro. They went back to they used the original colors, took it from the mid '90s to early whenever the hell they switched to the my preferred jersey, which is the blue and the purple and black, modernized King, and basically did a best of retro. This jersey is the best of the bunch, and as much as I despise as a Philly guy the city of Los Angeles, I want this jersey so bad. I love, and of course it's because it's purple. Thankfully, I already own a purple jersey, so I'm not that upset about it. But man, I want this jersey, Paul.
This is also my favorite one, but I would change one thing. But I also realize why they didn't.
Okay.
I would put just the crown. I would get rid of that the Gretzky motion letters there. But then it would just be the '70s jersey.
Yeah, I think because I'm pretty sure if they hadn't done that alternate last year, that's what they would have done. But,
Yep.
So
But I love this.
yeah. So to make up for it, they mixed the two eras.
Yep.
Which is perfect. Kelly.
You're both wrong. What would have been perfect would have been the early 2000s logo.
Don't do it.
Burger King?
No.
Oh,
no,
the crown.
The shield crest.
Oh, I hate that shield.
With the cross
no,
sticks.
I don't like that
yeah,
one.
that would have been better. You know what? I never even thought of it before, but looking at it now, I really hate the motion lines on the Kings letters.
It's the same thing as the Lakers. It's the same thing.
Exactly. Well, I hate it there too, but I don't care about basketball. but the letters are italic. We get that they're moving. You don't need to put speed lines on it. It's not a Roadrunner cartoon.
Maybe they're stink lines.
We're following this.
Yeah, we say they stink, but they have more cups in this century than my team, so I can't make fun of them. When did the Lakers go to L.A.?
60s.
Before the team was there?
Before the Kings, yes.
Oh, okay. All right, so it's the L.A. King Lakers. Yeah, they're fire. I said to Jay in a private message, like, I want to have sex with this jersey. I love it. It's so good. Now, listen, I hate the Lakers. It's a general rule, but I just love this jersey. I hate the Kings, too. I love this jersey. There's nothing to hate about this. But apparently there is. Kelly just pointed out.
Clearly.
Yeah. Just to defend my decision on this jersey, that logo actually existed before Gretzky came in and said, I'm not wearing that. That was the logo. They still had the old jerseys, but the gold, purple, and LA Kings Chevy logo existed for about a year, and then Gretzky turned it all black and white. That's my favorite. So that's the end of the show. No, I'm kidding. How many are left? 3? Okay.
Not
2.
many.
3. I always forget Vegas.
No crack in reverse retro?
Somebody did, yeah. It was just like the font Seattle across the front, and it was like off-color white or something. It's a joke, but yeah. This sucks. There. Let me bury the lead on that. This sucks. Of all the great... I was talking to the guys from California I play Fortnite with all the time, and they were like, we were talking about jerseys, and this is one of the best jerseys in sports, and they made it gray, and I hate it. I hate this jersey. Kelly.
Yeah. Somehow it's the Sharks have had great jerseys through their entire existence, and yet they've managed to like bring forward all the bad elements from their almost 30 years in league and put them in one jersey. It's not good, and I don't understand how you mess up a Sharks jersey. It shouldn't be possible. But
Now there you go. They did it.
Done it.
They showed you. And we also don't have a back to it, so I don't know what the back looks like. Go ahead, Paul.
The gray jersey. I don't like the gray ones.
All the gray jerseys are just a near miss or just terrible. The Canucks one is the Whaler one is a near miss, but the rest of them are just garbage. Vancouver Canucks. Let me just preface this by saying I don't remember when they wore the original version of this, which was the blue and the red, or the purple, blue, purple, red. I don't remember that to begin with, but this is fantastic. And let me also preface, I hate that logo versus the hockey rink C. I hate it. But this jersey is fantastic, Paul. Your thoughts?
I think I was looking at a different jersey because I kind of like this one. I'm with you. I don't like this logo. It looks like a 6-year-old kid drew it.
Mm-hmm.
And I generally don't like gradient jerseys that change colors like this, but I like this. I've always loved this color combination, so it works for me.
Kelly.
Yeah, this one works. That gradient jersey with the right color combination is fantastic. It fits in with the team. It fits in with the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, I'd switch out the logo to, I guess, the rink, because man, the other options for the Canucks
Not good.
are not good. I'm not as opposed to this logo as other people are, but I do like that it is actually somewhat native First Nations as opposed to just a kind of generic whale. But yeah, I think it's a beautiful jersey.
The Vancouver Free Willies.
I think this is the only picture with the the model cuffed the sleeves.
Yeah, I think her arms were not nearly long enough. Yeah. Bat Ash came up with the Free Willy bit. Last but not least, I believe, that's the NBA. The one that garnered the most air quotes controversy on the internet, the Vegas, which is now their 4th jersey, the Vegas Reverse Retro. And let me tell you why the controversy is stupid. There was hockey that existed before the NHL was in the city. I know to some people, TV sports is all that existed, but I encourage you all to expand your horizons and research all the other hockey leagues that were around. Look at the footage that's on YouTube. There's more than just one place to find hockey. This is a throwback to the Las Vegas Thunder. And this is a gorgeous... I love this jersey. It's not my favorite. I think it's a hell of a lot better than their gold third. As much as I liked that, I think this is better. I think gold should only be a highlight color on their jerseys. I know that's the Golden Knights, but it's like, we get it. Gold. The Henderson Silver Knights. Okay, yes, we got you. Silver. Kelly, your thoughts on Vegas?
Yeah, it's all right. I'm glad they used the secondary logo.
Almost done.
And I love to see, some minor league history acknowledged at the NHL level. That's pretty rare. I can't think of too many other times that ever happened. So I think that's really cool. But as far as the jersey itself goes, I was never that impressed with the Thunder jerseys either. So, except they have that awesome steroid-riddled polar bear throwing lightning bolts. Now that was a logo. If somehow they could work that in, I would buy all of the Vegas Knight things that have
that
the
guy?
steroid.
I didn't see that before.
He's amazing, and as minor league as you get, and also as 90s as you get. But yeah, the jersey itself is fine. It's good.
Paul, Las Vegas Reverse Retro.
At first I was like, man, but it's growing on me. I actually like this jersey better than the regular ones. So
That is a roided up bear, man. I tell you.
I'm trying to look it up now. But yeah, and you know what I also just noticed? The stripes are in a V for Vegas. Oh yeah, look at that. Polar bear, he's scary looking.
Badass hates it's another V to point at my vagina.
Are we sensing a trend here? Are we trying to focus?
It's V for... I just like them arguing. I just like them arguing in the chat what the V stands for. Yes, go watch ACHL. They stream the streams for free. Watch the NWHL. I believe the AHL. They stream some of their games for free, but AHL has the most affordable, in my opinion, streaming package for any of their games. So we buy that every year. The NWHL streams their games for free on Twitch. ECHL is way expensive for their package. They do stream some of their games for free, but if you want to see any regular season games from them, it's a lot of money. And the NHL, they get so much covered on NBC, you don't need to buy their package. Speaking of package and pointing down to the V. No, I'm kidding. Speaking of the NWHL, there's one more jersey we need to talk about.
2 more.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. So go ahead.
Home and away.
Oh, yeah, but I meant jersey set. Well, go ahead. You're the NWA. You're the employee.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize I was going to lead the discussion here.
No, yeah. I
I
always
was
throw it
sorry.
back to you. You work
I
there.
can't pull it. I can't pull it up there. So
Oh, I'm
pull
gonna
it
get
over
it
here.
for you. Hold on. Let's look at the screen here. No, that's still my.
Well, anyway, yeah, the Boston Pride put out their new jersey set
Still
this
my
year for
text
season
messages.
6. So, in a big departure, I guess all the NWHL teams are going to have a home and an away jersey this year. Toronto has already released theirs, which we've talked about before. And the Pride put theirs out. And where the heck are they?
I have it on the main screen now, so everybody can see it on the main screen.
I can't see, so the home jersey is going to be yellow still. Here we go. Nice. Oh, look at that! I've got one of the new players. I got Meg McManus's jersey up. Nice.
Yeah.
So the home jersey is going to be yellow with the Canadian style stripe across the middle. Same logo. So departure, the last jersey was kind of cartoony, I thought. So this is nice. Looks a little more professional, in my opinion. And then the road jersey is black. It's got that gradient coloring, black into the gold at the bottom. Just says Boston across the front, and it's got the Pride Lioness logo on the shoulders. So a nice set, I think. And if those jerseys that we all reviewed cost $250, I can get both of these for less than that.
I like that jersey. I think the gradient is kind of sharp. I just killed their feed, so I'm going to fix that as we're talking. I think that jersey's sharp. I don't like the word mark on it.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate the word mark.
Especially because the logo's yellow or gold, so it would have worked on the black background.
Yeah, so as I say, the jersey is so the radiant's so cool that I don't know why they would have even used anything else. That's just me. I really like that jersey, so it's a shame to see that word mark instead of the. Kelly, your thoughts? You saw it.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I like the home. Yeah, I'm not crazy about the away, just because it's kind of boring. Yeah, if they tried anything with the logo on the away, I think I would really dig that one. But the home's the winner for me. I think that looks good. I really like the big center stripe on jerseys to link up the logos. It kind of adds some balance to them. Not that logo isn't balanced anyways, but I think it works really well.
I think all the leagues should try more gradients. I didn't think I liked them before until I saw that and the new Canucks. I'm like, kind of like that. Like that.
You know why? Because in the NFL, the Jacksonville Jaguars tried it on their helmet, and it looked awful.
Don't use the NFL. Don't ever use the NFL for a judge of anything. Why
And
would
also,
anybody do that?
Anybody listening, if you buy an NWHL jersey, whatever player you choose gets 20% of the sale. Another reason to purchase one.
Is there an update on the NWHL starting up?
I haven't heard anything yet. They're going to be shooting for January 1st.
Oh, cool. Are they doing a bubble thing or a travel thing?
They couldn't bubble. All the players have day jobs, so
just cross your fingers and.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything yet. I'm sure that the league has a plan. Hasn't filtered down to your local PA announcement.
hasn't gotten down to you yet. Yeah.
No, I'm a little far down on the food chain.
Well, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Nico, Bat Ash, Matt, and a few other Jay, who was in the chat. The other Matt I see in there for sitting in the chat room and watching our jersey review. It's been a long time since we've gone this long, but it is also the season 8 premiere, so that's the excuse I'm going to use. As you see the festive dachshund over my shoulder.
And there's nothing else to talk about, so.
Yeah, so I don't know unless something drastic happens. If they announce the season officially, we'll be back in 2 weeks. I know thank you, phone. I know that they're going for January. I know they're still trying to aim for January 1st. But we'll see. I do not know.
We do have college hockey to watch now if you're Jones and bad enough.
That's true. I was watching Liberty. Who were we watching the other night? It was Liberty U.
There's North Carolina State.
Yeah.
They don't have college hockey teams.
It's club hockey on
Oh
YouTube.
wow, that's way down.
Yeah.
Nice. I watched Wisconsin and who they play Notre Dame the other night.
I was gonna say Notre Dame's been on NBC Sports, of course. Yeah. So
Yeah, exactly.
I do love that rink though. The college rink looks so good. They have there's no ads on the boards, and
That's the best thing when you go to a college game. Where are the ads?
It's so nice. It looks great.
I just want to explain for a second there. Everybody saw my text message to Aaron about a long shot, and we were talking about the Sixers getting James Harden. So I'm sorry you didn't see any juicy details of my boring text messages. Talking about basketball. I think that's it for this week. You got anything else, guys? I think we're good.
We are wonderful.
We are wonderful. So with that being said, I would like to thank my stream for freezing in places where I look the most horrible. Thank you. Kelly, Kelly doesn't do social media anymore, probably for the best, for the smartest of all of us. But
Yes.
follow Obey the Puck at Obey Puck Show on Twitter and on Facebook, Obey the Puck. Paul, where do people follow you?
You can find me for better or for worse at PuckmanRI.
Matt, our texts are boring too. Like we talk about video games. You call me Bro Beans, which the next time I see you, I'm going to pound your face for calling me Bro Bean, Brotato. Follow me on Twitter at DanLo83. Go to vocnation.com to listen to all our podcasts. YouTube.com/DanLo83 for the video of the episode if you've missed it. On your smartphone, go to your podcast app and type in VOC Nation Radio Network. Again, the screen froze on a very flattering pose of mine. This is awesome tonight. I love Comcast. Your internet's great. For Paul Baker and Kelly Levy, I am the above average comedian, Dan Calcino. We'll see you next week. No, we won't. I will see you next week, tomorrow night for HIAC Talk Radio and more video game streams. Thursday Thunder's coming up with Matt.